My name is Allie Bain, and I am a Crohn's disease patient. I was first diagnosed in 2001 when I was 11 years old. I was having stomach pain and feeling very weak and tired, among other symptoms. I had a colonoscopy, which then diagnosed me. When I was 14 years old, my mom and I were shopping at a retail store, and I suddenly had to use a restroom. And when you're flaring and you have to use a restroom, you have maybe minutes to find one. And so I was crying, doubled over in pain. We talked to a fitting room employee, and he said that the store did not have any public restrooms. He did say that we could cross a 4-lane highway or walk 2 blocks to the nearest restroom. After he turned and walked away, that I ended up having an accident. 15 years later, it's really hard to admit that. My 8th grade class went on a social studies field trip to the state capitol, and we met a state representative who explained how laws get passed and that anyone can have an idea for a law. I knew from the beginning to the end that this was the right thing to do. My family raised me to just be my own advocate on top of them being advocates. When you're sick, you often need to be ready, if possible, to advocate for yourself on top of having your strong support network with you. I wanted to be that voice for the millions of people suffering from conditions where they need immediate restroom access. Illinois governor signed it into law on August 4th, 2005. Allie's Law, or the Restroom Access Act, states that anyone with a medical emergency must be allowed access to an employee-only restroom when a public facility is not available. Depending on the state, there are different provisions of what constitutes an eligible medical condition or what sort of conditions have to be in place at the establishment, such as how many employees need to be there and what sort of protections both the customer and the establishment have in that instance. I didn't stop in Illinois. I wanted to keep going, and I know the importance of the constituent voice, so it was important that people in the state where we were looking to get it passed shared their own stories, because the stories of the constituents are what the representatives and the senators want to hear. Texas was the second state where the legislation passed. Again, like a young patient with IBD who used her voice and had the support of her family to get the legislation passed there. To ensure that everyone with an eligible medical condition who needs restroom access has that access, we need this legislation passed in all 50 states.